Hi guys, so I'm coming to you a little bit early with the final swap list because I cannot leave it open for another day. I was actually thinking about closing it earlier. With that We Are Memory Keepers video, I don't know what YouTube is doing today. It was taking forever to upload and then to process, and they still have checks running, and I went ahead and released the video anyway. It just took a really long time. I was just waiting, and I finished that video this morning, you guys, like at 9 o'clock in the morning, and then, edited it, and I don't know what happened, but it didn't even really release until like 2 or 3 o'clock. Anyway, if I have any links in the description box related to this video, it'd be for like the things that I used to create some of the journal things, in case some people are wondering different or asking about different things. Those would be affiliate links, which means I'm like a small commission if you purchase items to those links. It would just be the basic things that I used. But anyway, this swap was not a laminated journal or traveler's notebook swap like the ones I've been doing. It was just to make the folders. And I still have one more folder to make. I finished the others and pretty much the stuff that goes in them. And I'll show you those in a minute because I also have a lot of questions that people had. Although I went over all of that in the videos, but if more than one person asked the same thing, I like to kind of talk about it. Or even if one person did, like I saw some things in the chat later on when I reviewed the video, because I try to go back to read the chat when I did the live on how to do the new swap, which is the folders, right? And people asked me if they have to be the same. These are not the same, right? The style, I mean, the colors, the papers. I don't expect that you have 4 of the same 12 by 12 paper. I mean, and a lot of us probably do because of the way we hoard paper, but that's not... I had mentioned that. They don't have to be the same. The things that are inside do not have to be the same. If each one has to have the 15 pieces, yes, because each one is its own like little swap, right? So what I said is you're going to turn in 4 of them, right? You send in 4 of them, and you're going to get 4 back from 4 different people, or 1 from each person, right? So you're going to get back 4 from different people that are going to be in your group when I draw names. The whole group thing is kind of new. I used to do swaps all the time, and people just trusted me to swap them back out with other people and send it off. I just thought because it's kind of like a larger thing, I would actually have the groups, the pairs made up, or like this last time I had groups beforehand. So it's kind of weird because I have to like, not stick to it. Well, I do stick to it, but like, it's just weird. So otherwise I would just put 4 people out or 5 people out on the table in front of me, just swap, send them off without a thought, But now I put them in the groups. And that way you kind of know what to expect too when you're getting back, and maybe it seems more fair that way. I don't know if people think I'm an unfair person, but I don't know. We'll see. We might revisit that in the future because it might be easier just to swap it out on my own without pulling the names. But it just seems like that would be what people might think is most fair, right? Anyway, so you're going to make 4 of these. I have 3 in front of me. Each one is going to have 15 pieces of ephemera. They do not have to be the same. Like, the ones I showed you guys are not the same. Even the stuff that's inside of them are not the same. Somebody had asked if it has to be a certain kind of paperclip, and I don't know what that means because paperclips are paperclips. The paperclip is this. Oopsie. They have different styles of them, right? Like... well, I don't even know if that... You know what I'm saying? Whether like wonky shape or something. But you're going to cover it up like this. So I wouldn't waste a nice, cute, wonky shape. Like, oh, it's like the shape of a cat or something. To cover it up. You have to cover it up. Remember, that's another thing I said. It's a hidden paperclip. It doesn't stick to anything. It doesn't mess up your papers that are underneath. It works really well. So I wouldn't waste a cute paperclip under there. And if you meant binder clip, I kind of answered this person's question, I think, in an email, but maybe somebody else has a question. Do not use binder clips. They need to be flat. Remember, we talked about flat. Binder clips are bulky, and I don't even know how you hide a binder clip other than altering it. But I didn't say altered paperclip. Or altered binder clip. I said hidden altered paperclip, okay? So it has to be something like this, just like I showed you guys in the video. Of course, it's going to be whatever you want. I was going to say, you can make it as long as you like, a little wider. Whatever it is, decorate both sides. I usually just decorate the front of mine, but whatever you want to do with the altered paperclip, relatively flat. And then on the inside, again, 15 pieces of ephemera that are told, these are different. If you want to make them all the same, that's great too, but this, what I have in here, is different from what I have in this one. I'm trying to think of other questions. Oh, postage. I think postage is one thing I kind of glossed over because I didn't, it doesn't really matter as far as if you're going to sign up, it's in the guidelines. But, as I said, send it in however you like. I'm going to send it back in a small flat rate priority box, which is $8.45. And that needs to be paid in cash or in PayPal. And that's all in the guidelines. What else did I get? So I think that's the thing. I think people aren't understanding how the swap works when they ask questions like 15 in each, or 15 total. No, each person that's in your group is going to get one of yours. So this one's going to go to that person, this one's going to go to that person, this one's going to go to that person. I'm going to make another one right now. Let's just pretend, ooh, I was going to show you guys something not showable yet. Let's pretend that's another folder. And that goes to somebody else. Whatever that person sent, that person, that person, that person sent, you're going to get one of each of those. This person's going to come to you, this person's going to come to you, this person's going to come to you, and this one is going to come to you. Does that make sense? That's why they're each like their own little swap. Okay? Oh gosh, I'm trying to think if there are any other questions. But like I said, it's all in the video, and I know I say a lot of things, and I'm sure people go forward and back, and that's kind of why whenever I do a swap, I say, please listen to every word, because it's literally there. For the same reason I don't blog, I vlog. It's kind of time-consuming to answer emails for each person when it was kind of in the video, you know? But if you catch me and say, hey, it wasn't in the video, great. But normally it's in the video. I try to make it really clear, and I go over the same things over and over and over. But, you know, sometimes people miss things, so I understand. But if you can really just check out the video, that'd be better. Okay, so this is the list, and hopefully you can see. I know sometimes people say my name wasn't there, and then it was there, so just, I don't know what I need to do. Maybe close up a little bit, and then I'll scan through, okay? There's just, I was thinking, I'm like, this is more than I normally get, by like 10 or 15. And this time I'm going to do 4 for each person. I probably won't go over each and every single one, you know, just kind of show the altered paper clips and the folder and a little bit of what's inside of them. Otherwise that reveal is going to take a very long time. But I'm really happy to hear from a lot of you guys are saying you're having so much fun. Some people already have theirs in the mail already on the way out, which is great. Remember, if you signed up, please get your swaps in the mail by September 11th. And then we'll do the reveals. It usually takes like 4 or 5 days for things to come in. I mean, at the latest. It usually takes 3 days, to be honest, but sometimes over the weekend and all that. So I hope I answered your guys' questions. If you have any other questions, leave them here. That's fine. Or at the VianneyCreates swaps@yahoo.com email. Okay, that's where I do the swap things. That's where everything's in one place. I don't have to go looking at all my 3 or 4 different emails. So that's how I keep that organized. And that's how we stay organized, guys. And I don't know if you noticed my little notes. So when your swap comes in, I put the date. If you paid your postage through PayPal or cash, I write it down, you know, PP for PayPal or cash. And then the day I send your swap out. And I also write down where you're from, like on this old one. I don't know if I can... It's a little mess, but like Colorado Springs, Colorado. Because what happens is when I go and send off your swaps, the post office will give me the city and state zip code, right? But it doesn't have your name, so I have to write down where you're from so that when I get back home with the long receipts that are for, you know, 40 some odd people, I usually try to break them up like 20 and 20 and 25 or whatever it might be. I say, you know, start at the top. Okay, Colorado Springs, Colorado. Okay, that was, you know, this person. So I email, punch in the numbers, and then check it off, write your name on the receipt, so now I know, and we can double check it later if there's a problem. Go to the next one. Okay, this is from Dover, Delaware. I think that's another one that's common. I think it's Millie. And I would look it up, go email. So it takes some time, but I just like that you guys will have your tracking and everything's kind of orderly, and that's what I live for. So kind of fun. All right, so what I was gonna do right now is just finish up my 4th folder, just, you know, for funsies. Oh, somebody asked, does the paper have to be double-sided? No, some of my papers I don't think they were double-sided. You know, just not thin paper, and that's basically all I ask, right? So, because it's a folder. And then when everybody gets their swaps, they're like, you know, a day or 2 after I'm done sending them out, I'll make a quick video on making like a little case, like a traveler's notebook cover for your swaps. Because basically it's going to be like this, right? Well, this is a different folder that I put in here, but we can talk about that another time. But for this one, it's going to be a folder like a regular folder. But you're going to be able to put them into your little traveler's notebook, or maybe... Basically, we're making a flow book. Remember the other day I even pulled out my old, one of my old flow books. So you can open it up and pull stuff out of there if you want, you know, to add little accents here and there on things. I'm just trying to see what I want to use here. These are all kind of, not loud, but a little bit loud, but you know what? I kind of like this one. It's a little bit muted. I mean, they're all very pretty. Maybe this one. Alright, fine, we'll use this one. This is some pretty Anna Griffin paper I've had for a minute. Not too long. And I already know this off the top of my head. I've been making these folders so much and so often that I know I need it to be 10 deep. And this is obviously obviously directional. So I need 10 this way and 11 this way, okay? We're gonna score at the middle, and we're gonna score at 3 inches from the bottom. So, all that. Oh, and one of my friends here, Murky, had said that she messed up a couple of pages of like nice paper before because of her scoring and other things. So she was recommending people score the papers first and then cut them. So at least you're looking at it, but you know, if that helps you. For me, you know, I need it 10 inches this way because it's going to be like this, and then 11 inches over here. And I'm just trying to see how much if I want to cut off for this side or the other side, but I guess we'll cut it here. Okay. Both of the folders I gave you in the directions are basically oriented like this. So I would always cut the 10 off of this being oriented up and down. And then the other way can be 11 or 12 inches. Really only making a 10-inch cut. And then now, this is going to be the bottom that folds up, right, to make our folder. So I'm going to score it at 3 inches on this side. Let's see here. 3 inches. I just realized that's why somebody the other day told me that she was hearing jingle bells. Okay, so this is the 10-inch side. I'm scoring at 3 inches. Because I just said do, but I do a lot, but not really. I don't know, what is jingle bells? Okay, 1/2 inch, 5.5, because half of 11 is 5.5. And then 1/2 inch on the other side too, so I'm just going to turn it. Again, I went over this a lot in the sign-up video and any of the Traveler's Notebook videos, really, other than the baby one. Ooh, I was almost scoring in a different area. Alright, and then, so this is just my little basic one that I like to do. Again, it has to be the same size, but if you like to do a different kind of, I don't know what, again, it has to be 5x7 when you're done, and it has to have 2 pockets. But this is the basic one that I like to do. And I can see this is very light. This paper is thick. Like, I think I scored it a few times and it's barely marking it. I like to cut that off and cut this away. Cut into here. This away. And I'm just going to fold this in half, I think, first. Again, I usually don't give it the final squish till we're done, but I'm just going to fold this in half for now. Because this is the part that you can do whatever you like for the inside. Again, you can just go... The reason that I cut down in here where it's scored is because you want to get rid of that bulk in that center. So, I mean, you can cut a little bit in and then cut away. I usually just start right at that tip, and we can do something fun, like I did the other day, up, and then back down. And I'm holding both of the pieces together so that they look the same when we're done with this. And now when I fold this guy, and fold this guy, I'm not going to give it a final squish quite yet. I'm just kind of, it's going to look like that. It has pretty little pockets. So, again, this paper is really stiff, so I'm kind of working with it so hopefully it doesn't crack on me. I guess I can get rid of this at this point. A lot of times I end up scoring on top of the scoring board and then it has those ridges and it's like, not a good idea. It is getting hot in here. You'd think it'd be cooling off by now. It's like 7 o'clock at night. Because I've been waiting for the children to be settled, and then of course they all want to eat dinner at different times, even though normally we used to sit all together. And it's just been crazy. Alright. Now, again, as far as this is what I like to do. I like to cut into here. If you rather have this on top and just straight here, or even curve the way it is, that's up to you. It just, you know, it has a different look. If you glue this down, it's kind of weird, this pocket area where it hits. But I will use that now that it's out on the outside to show that I like to just cut straight into this. And then a little divot. And that's how I do this one. Same thing over here. Actually, it's kind of easier to do it now that I put this on the outside. I always have it kind of underneath and then I cut it. But this was a little bit easier to kind of see where I'm cutting. At least. From there to there. And I'm using a wet glue. because like I said, last time I used ATG, I had to follow up with wet glue. ATG is great for like sticking down mats and layers. I don't trust those kind of glues for things that need to stay together for a long time. Here we go. So I'm going to hold that down. And again, I'm corner rounding mine because I like that look, and I have a corner rounder. If you don't have one, unless you're going to use it for something else, I would say you don't need to pick one up. Just leave it square. This paper feels really nice. That's why I was recommending like a higher, thicker paper. And as you can see, it's not double-sided, so that's just that. And I want to see something really quickly before I do all this. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and give it a little bit of a scoring right now. Okay. And again, a little glue on this side. And a little glue on this side. You can put it on the tab, but I feel like when I mess with the tabs, sometimes they end up trying to break in here in the center. So it's the least I can mess with the tab, I like. I was even thinking about doing an ultra paper clip right now, but you know what? We're going to have to leave that for another time, I think. Make this one. This is a really soft, pale, like blush. I don't know if you can tell. It's so pretty. Anyway. Oh, I did find some of the stickers I was thinking about the other day. I'm like, I know I have floral stickers that I would like to add in here. Actually, let me see if I can grab those, because that way we can check that out too. Look how pretty. And again, that sturdy paper just feels so nice. I'm gonna leave this to set up for a minute. And that's the thing, I think everyone pretty much like worked on their folders really quickly, it sounds like. So I really appreciate it. I love when you guys email me and are like, oh, I did this, or I worked on that. And I'm like, yes, 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 that's awesome, you know? So it seems like most people just got their folders done and then they have to just put cute things in it. I have like these little tins of stickers. You know, these are small-ish. And again, I don't really want to just stick with stickers, but those are fun. What are those? I just want to show you the kinds of stickers I'm talking about. Or like, where's my flower ones? Let's see. Oh, these are interesting. This is not what I was thinking of at all. I was thinking about the ones that are like, basically printed on like tissue, like vellum kind of stuff. But this is cute. He's a little bit eclectic. We can put that little guy. You know? If you can see that. So just stuff like that. And then I'm going to do a bunch of die cuts now and stuff like that. That's enough of like those little things. And 15 items, you know, whatever those things are, that's already 5 right there. And oh, I did get some fun new things in that I showed you guys in that last haul, right? From HSN, with like the little dies from like random little companies that I think are going to be really fun. This is my crocodile. Oh, again, make sure your crocodile is completely open. Sometimes you'll think it is, and then your paper, you're like, this does not want to go in here. It's because it's not quite open. And the folder looks lovely squared off too. For me, I prefer corner rounding. And maybe when they come in, I might corner around the back. Actually, I'll probably laminate mine when they come in. But like I said, do not send them in laminated, please, because that way people can work on them and do what they want. And so yeah, I'll just tuck those in there. And they're just tucked in there. You know, I can add them on top of here with a paper clip like I did with the other things whenever the tags kept sliding out. Just a plain paper clip or whatever it is that keeps it kind of flat. And then I'll make a hidden altered paper clip for the outside of this. And I'm almost done with mine. So, alright guys, thanks for watching. Thanks for signing up. It sounds like you guys are having a lot of fun, so that's really great. I truly appreciate you guys. It was just, I was like, I can't do this because basically I think it's 58 or so. And then me, right? So I was like, I should cut off at 60, but it's okay. It's just going to end today on the 2nd, and I'm sorry. But I had mentioned in the video, too, if it got too big, I would have to, you know, cut it off at some point. So, all right, guys. Thanks for watching. Have fun, and I'll see you guys at the next one. All right? Bye now.